Hi and welcome. Rich Pasini here. Very happy. And I have to owe it all to you guys out there who've been checking out my videos. As you can see in the screen here, I was so happy and excited. I even printed out a copy of it and put it in a plastic sleeve. This is a great milestone, and I have to honestly say to you guys out there, thank you, thank you, thank you, and a big thank you to the 1,000th subscriber and all the subscribers for that matter to let me get to where I am today. You helped me reach that milestone. I've been saying it for a long time. For those who follow me on this YouTube channel, you've probably been hearing me say it for quite some time now. I was always hoping to hit that threshold before the new year was up. And here it is. We're August still, and the new year's months away. So I just want to say a big thank you to you guys. I don't want you to think I forgot about it. I'm so happy. You guys, you don't realize what this means to me. I know some people say, wow, you sound like you hit 1 million subscribers. Well, that would be awesome too. But listen, I'm so happy for you guys that you did this here, that you gave me the opportunity. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you guys out there. And I mean, if there's anything I could do, I mean, I don't, right at this point in time, I don't have any giveaway things. But, you know, because I am a small-time operator here and a small YouTube creator, but with your help I'm getting there. I will like to do things sometimes in the near future, maybe, you know, where I could do some things of that nature, but right now it's a little hard for me. So I just want to say thank you again. I really do appreciate it, and I like to put out good information, and information that you get a takeaway from is very important, and I hope the information that I do put out, that you do get a takeaway from it. I always say that is the most important thing with my YouTube channel, is that, you know, I don't mind doing the research and putting it out there, but the thing is, the most important thing is you guys out there, that you get a takeaway from it. So again, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. This is like this is an award for me. You know, I can hang it up on my wall. Really, this is really great. All right. With that set aside, I just want to talk about another topic, and is an eBay topic here. Everything you need to know about returns. Now you're probably wondering, he's doing returns. Yes, I got another one. Ain't my fault. This time the other one was from UPS. This is from USPS. Yeah, I'm going to show you what the buyer wrote in there. I'm going to show you a photo. But we're going to read in here, and I want to go over some stuff with you guys before you make any decisions. Don't make any hasty decisions until you hear what I have to say when it comes to returns. Okay? We're going to come back to this window here, but let me show you really quick. Nobody likes to see these here. I don't. Nobody likes to see a return. But this is what happens when you get it, when you do get a return. For those newbies, okay, for those who are new out there, who are going to, you know, sell on eBay, and don't let this stuff, you know, hinder you. Okay, don't let it, you know, deter you and say, oh, geez, I don't want to go through this. I don't want to deal with this. It's not that bad, folks. Believe me, it's not that bad. Okay, you're gonna have this on occasion, and for the most part, in some cases, it's not your fault, and it really ain't. Oh, these two, the ones I talked about yesterday, and this one here is not my fault, and I'm going to show you the photo. But let's read a little into this here. This came out today, okay? I don't know if there's a date stamp. I always like to give timestamps, but it came out today, okay? So it goes on to say here, we've asked the buyer to ship the item back by August 30th until we get, and then it says wait until you get the item back before issuing a refund. Now, eBay is a little funny this way. Okay, they give you a couple options over there. One in regards to if you give the buyer the refund now, they get to keep it. But we're gonna go over that in a little bit, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't like certain things of that nature. I'm gonna go over that with you guys. It says here within 2 business days of the item delivered. If the buyer doesn't send the item by August 3rd, we may close this item or close the return. Here's what the buyer said: reason, arrived damage. Okay, so when you read it. It says, clock in box arrived, sword, what's that? Arrived sword, soaked? Well, I guess you meant to say soaked. Okay, that's all right, misspell. Soaked in some type of soap on the box. No soap got got to the clock inside of the box of plastic bag, because I always wrap stuff in plastic. After taking the clock out of the bag to inspect it, before plugging, I hear something around rolling inside the clock. Okay. I plugged the clock into the electrical socket to see if it worked, and it didn't work on the alarm setting. Made no sound, and the faceplate stayed crooked when operated. The clock, it says the clock timed worked. I need a refund. Okay. Folks, for those who buy from me, you may be a subscriber who buys from me or bought stuff in the past. I just want you guys to know I've been on eBay. For those who are new, hitting this YouTube channel for the first time, I've been on eBay for over 20 years. Okay, if you go look at my profile on there, you'll see it says July of 1999. I've been on this selling platform for quite some time now. Okay, I'm not a fly-by-night guy. I love what I do. I love eBay, and I love creating YouTube videos, and I love sharing information with you out there. Okay, to put out. That's why I put this information out. And I said it again. I'll keep repeating myself. I hope you guys get a takeaway from it. Okay, basically you're learning from my situation, things I've been going through, and that's why I do it, so you guys don't have to go through it. When you get these here, I return to start. When you hit the button to start the process, return process, you're gonna get these little check marks here. It says return started. It's because I acknowledged it. The buyer's it's gonna print out a label. The buyer's gonna fixate the label. He's gonna ship it. Then it's going to be delivered, and then the refund will be sent. Now, eBay, which is a little funny, if you don't, how can I say it? If you don't interact with this here, they will automatically pick up and they will follow the process through. So make sure you stay on top of it. Okay. Let me show you a photo, and then we're going to go back to that window I showed you on the internet there from Auction Nudge. This is what the package looked like. Yeah. I can't believe it. 2 in 1 week. 2 in 1 week. I got returns, and they're not my fault. Now he's saying there was things rattling in there. I don't know anything about that rattling, because I do a shake test when it comes to electronic things. That's another thing too. When you do have old electronics, I think there's a vintage clock, a time clock. Always shaking around. Sometimes there's little plastic pieces in it that get fatigued or they get stressed out. They break, whatever. When I gave it the shake test, I didn't hear anything in there whatsoever. So, again, it's your word against the buyer, okay? They may, be telling the truth to, or saying, making a story up just to get a refund. Listen, this is the first time I've ever seen anything like this. I'll be honest with you. I mean, this thing here is wet. It looks like it was submerged in water. He's saying it was soaked in soap. Now, the only thing I could think of is maybe the guy ran it through a car wash. He had his windows open. I don't know. And then you start thinking, well, maybe with this COVID thing, maybe they sprayed a box. I don't think they do that there, because I'm just throwing it out there. I don't think that's a possibility. But I mean, I find it very unlikely that I'm not saying that this is not possible. I don't know why it would be soaked. You know what I'm saying? And then soap, no less. I don't know. It's news to me. And this item was going to... I got the return paper here ready. Process. This is going to Texas. I don't know. I really don't know why. This is crazy. Another one. Now I got to do another one. Now I got to open up a claim on the U.S. Postal Service thing. And again, you got to do it on site, on the website. They prefer it that way. So, when I get the package back, it's going to be opened, of course. I got to put in for another claim. This wasn't a big claim either. Total on this was $15. But I'm putting in for it. I'm going to put in for it. I'm going to. If the thing is like he's saying, it's damaged, soaked, whatever, I'm throwing it out. I'm not going to even. There's no sense of selling it. When you get something like that, folks, just throw it in the garbage. Disregard it, because if it's wet, you don't want to plug an electrical thing in if it's damaged inside. Just discard it. Write it off as a loss, whatever. But that's going to come back to me. I'm just going to discard it. And, I'm hoping, even though it's a small amount, I still get my money back for it, because I did pay for it. So you're gonna have things like this happen. Just to let you know, okay? Really, you're gonna have these things happen. So, but don't let that deter you. That's all part of doing business online, okay? You don't have a brick and mortar store, so people can't come in and actually take a physical package from you, right? If they could, then you wouldn't have things like this. But anyway, I wanted to share with you. I want to go to the return policy over here from Auction Nudge, because I was trying to look something up on eBay. I couldn't find it. They probably have it somewhere in the midst of that website. That website is huge. I mean, they got a lot of stuff going on here. But let's go to Auction Nudge, because this is the information I want to share with you guys, okay? And to get to Auction Nudge, it's www.auctionnudge.com, okay? Or we could just type in everything you need to know about returns on eBay, okay? If you're a newbie seller, this applies to you. And if you even are an avid seller, or some people say, well, I'm an avid seller, I don't really need to know this. Just in case, you want to be a little more familiarized with it, it's always good to, rehash it and go over it again. Now, this story here came out October 31st, 2018. Yes, it's, years old here, right? But with old news, sometimes it can be good news. Seriously, all right. I'm not kidding. I mean, I'm being really upfront and honest here. Let's read a little into this here, and then I want to share with you why there's a certain thing that they put in here. eBay puts in a return policy that I don't stand for, and I won't. But let's just read a little into this here. It says returns and refunds are easily one of the most talked about and debated aspects of selling on eBay. It is easy to see why, with this part of the buying process, at risk fraud, scams, general discontentment for sellers. In addition, eBay consistently is changing the goalposts. This year, now mind you, 2018 they're talking, this year is no different, with the choice of return policies being overhauled and further automation. Read a lowdown on the returns and on eBay as we know it today. Now, there are certain things that did change, where eBay is a little more protective of the sellers and so on and so forth, and the buyers. Remember, they got to work hand in hand. I mean, that's eBay. I mean, there are sellers out there that might not do the right thing, and there are buyers out there that not do the right thing. But it is what it is, folks. And like I said again, it's part of doing business online. So it goes on to say return policy options for eBay sellers. Okay, as of May 2018, I know people say, "Hey, you're giving out old information." Let me explain, though, because some of this stuff is still valid today. It says eBay.com users have 5 streamlined return policy options to choose between: creating item listings, no returns accepted, 30-day buyer paid returns, which I have, 30-day free return. That's it. Also, well, I also pay for it, but I also offer 30-day free returns. I don't do the 60-day buyer pay returns or the 60-day free returns. That's not going to happen. 60 days? I don't think so. It says, please note there's an exceptions to the above rule with the 14-day return policy option. It's still available with a few select categories. All right. It goes on to say, if a seller accepts the returns, the later 4 options listed above, the buyer can request an item to return it at any reason at all. So even though you put in there no returns accepted, a buyer could still return the item, and as far as I understand, could still get their money back. That's why I don't put no returns accepted. I don't put that in there. It goes on to say here, for any reason, it says this includes the buyer changing their mind for whatever reason. Sellers have 4 ways to respond to return request. Okay? Now, I think it's this one here. Let me see here. I'm just trying to think. Okay. It says over here, accept the return. The buyer will send the item back to the seller. If the seller selected free returns, the buyer will receive the shipping label, which I did, paid by the seller. The buyer will receive a full refund of the purchase price plus shipping. This guy's going to get all his money back. He's going to get his whole $15 back. Not that it's a big deal. Yeah, plus the shipping, if applicable. Then it goes on to say, when the item is returned in acceptable condition, if not, the seller can issue a partial refund. Okay, and then you click it on, it's a hyperlink, it'll take you to the partial refund. That's something you're going to work out with between the buyer and the seller. Now, I got to say one thing. In regards to returns, okay, eBay, from what I was told, eBay likes when the buyer and seller work things out amongst themselves. If eBay's got to get in, get drawn into the picture, then it becomes a little different narrative. Okay, so when it comes to things like this here, work it out with the buyer. If the buyer says no, I want the full refund, none of this partial refund, I want the full thing. To keep face on eBay, to keep 100% positive feedback, and to be a good, loyal seller, just give them the full refund and that's it. Be done with it. If you want to rebuttal with the buyer, that's totally up to you. This goes out to the newbie sellers out there, especially if you're a newbie. You want to keep a good, reputation on your new business venture, so to speak. So think about that ahead of time, okay, what you want to do. If you want to rebuttal with them and say, no, I'm going to be partial, then there might be a little, indifferences between you and the buyer, and that's when the negative feedback can come in. And I don't know about you, I don't want negative feedbacks. So I will do anything humanly possible, even jump through hoops to keep my buyers happy, because I want to maintain that top grade seller plus, and I want to maintain that 100% positive feedback. I want people to keep coming back to me. I want repeat buyers. That's what you want, repeat buyers. Okay? Here's another one over here. Now here's the one I don't like. This is it. Number 2 I don't like. This is the one I don't like. Provide a full refund and allow the buyer to keep the item. That's a no-no. If the buyer paid for the shipping, this would also be refunded alongside with the full purchase price. So in other words, you're going to provide a full refund plus the shipping, and the buyer gets to keep the item. Now, here's the thing. If let's just say for argument's sake, the buyer makes this assumption or whatever that, hey, this item don't work, I want to send it back, whatever, and let's say you accept that number 2 option there, provide a full refund, allow the buyer to keep the item. He could gets his full refund, he just got a free item from you. This is the one I don't like, and this is what I'm advising you guys as newbie sellers. The seasoned sellers probably know that. I would not provide a full refund and let the buyer keep the item. Because how do I really know? Now, the person showed me that box there. It is wet. You can see it's soaked, right? That's okay. Because from what he's telling me, I'll probably turn it on if it's dripping wet. I'm not going to. I got to be careful with that. It's going to be, if it doesn't, I'm just going to throw it out. And if it was in a working condition, I'm not going to sell it anyway. I'm just going to discard it because I don't want nobody to buy anything like that anyway. Get the item back, folks. Check it out yourself. And then if everything checks out, especially if it's not an electronic thing, then if you feel it's worthy, to be resold again on eBay, then that's totally up to you. Be careful when it comes to electronic things like this, or electrical things. Okay. Now this guy's saying it was wet. I don't know about him. If it was wet, I wouldn't even make an attempt to plug it into electrical receptacle because I'd be afraid of getting electrocuted. So I don't know. The story's a little like that. You know what I mean? I'm not denying. I'm not saying it's not possible. But regardless, I got to open up another. Claim with the United States Postal Service this time. It's going to happen, folks. This is the first time I've ever seen anything like that. I could understand a crushed box, maybe something fell off a truck or something like that, but a box all wet, and then with soapy. Well, this person's saying there was soap on the box. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's that's a new one to me. Okay, being in this business for so many years. I'm not saying I never dealt with returns. I have, in the past, not many. I don't really get that many returns, thank God. But this one has to be the one that topped the cake here, so to speak, because I'm not saying it's impossible, but I never, had a situation where a box was, wet and soaked with soap. I was, and if you say, well, maybe whoever did it, maybe they wiped it, maybe they did it there because they're afraid of COVID. I don't know. Anything today is possible. You might get a person say, geez, before I touch that box, I want to, maybe disinfect it with. Well, there's always a can of Lysol if that was the case, right? You take the Lysol, put it on there and stuff like that, Me personally, when I get these items, I personally clean them up with a light disinfectant. I clean them before and after, after they're cleaned up, I will clean my hands and then put it in the box, and they're usually wrapped up in plastic anyway. Okay, and I do that there because I want to protect my buyers because of this. And even before this COVID thing came out, I've always wrapped things in plastic for reasons something similar like that. Okay, it's just like with the padded envelopes. You know those padded envelopes, like the paper type. The plastic type ones, you could get away with it, but even when I'm selling women's clothing, which I don't sell too much, the stuff that you see on eBay is my daughter's stuff. As far as the women's clothing it is, I wrap everything up in plastic. Everything is wrapped up in plastic. Seriously. But the thing is, like I said again, I try to do the best for my buyers. I want my buyers to be happy. I want them to come back to me, and it's the same thing, folks. I hope that if you guys offer good service like this here, you don't have the things like I'm going through. But I will say this, in regards to that one there, to provide a full refund, allow the buyer to keep down. Don't do that, folks. It's up to you. It's your merchandise. It's your merchandise, because remember what it says here. Provide a full refund. It's right here in black and white. Provide a full refund and allow the buyer to keep the item. They keep it. They get the full refund. It's like it's a freebie. I mean, it's up to you. That's totally up to you. Me personally, I want everything back. Okay, and I'm not saying because I don't trust people, but I really don't know on the other end of it, the buyer's end, if the item is really damaged. Think about this here. And the other tip I want to share with you guys really quick too. I know I don't want to keep these videos too long, folks. When it comes to selling electronics, laptops or jewelry, watches, whatever it may be, cell phones, whatever you got there to sell, those type of things. My threshold is anything over $100, up to $100. Yeah, over $100. Sell it. I mean, ship it. Not sell it. Ship it with the signature delivery confirmation. That is my number one tip to people. I said, well, I know all about that there, and I'm telling you the reason why. I did videos in the past, last year, the year before, about porch thieves. Okay, now we recently got a Ring doorbell thing that has a camera on it and stuff like that. There, not that we have any issues going around in this area here, but one never knows. Okay, especially if you live in an area where it's high traffic, you got a lot of people going back and forth and stuff like that. You may want to get one of those Ring doorbells with the camera in it. That's why if you see people coming up, you ever see those commercials? Hey, get out of here, drop that package, right? But anyway, long story short, if you do what I tell you, you don't have to worry about that. But there was something that the post office did, if I understand, they did change that signature delivery confirmation thing, which I'm not too crazy about. You could do the signature online. That I don't like. Okay? That I don't like, and I wouldn't sign up for it. And I'll tell you why. First off, if you get a buyer, I've read stories where, from other sellers, a buyer will claim they never received the package. It was they sent it with the seller sent it with delivery tracking information. And remember one thing with the delivery tracking information: once the buyer gets it, he takes his handheld device, bloop, he scans it in. That's it. He puts it on the porch. He's done. That's it. He did his job. Okay. With the signature delivery confirmation, someone physically has to sign for that product. They got to sign for it. Now, if you got somebody in that house, the household, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your uncle, you can give them a heads up saying, listen, I'm expecting a package, and if it comes, it's going to require a signature. And usually what will happen is, at least my letter carrier does, he'll ask, can you sign for this? And you say, oh yeah, I can sign for it. Okay? If they're in that house, they come in, they open that door, and that's their your physical address, and that person's coming to the door there and signing for it, then you're okay. Now, the other thing I thought I read, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, I thought you could do signature delivery on the internet or whatever. You could do for electronically signing. I don't really go for that. Okay? And the reason why I believe that's the way it was, and the reason why I think they doing that, the Postal Service is doing that, is for the simple reason they don't have to come back the next day, or you don't have to go to the post office to sign for it. I believe that's what the purpose is. Now, if they change that, or if I misinterpreted it, I apologize, but I think that's the way I understand it to be. Okay? But going forward, electronics, jewelry, whatever, you set your own threshold. Mine's $100. Anything $100 and above, it gets signature delivery confirmation. I think it's about $265 or something like that. Even if you have to lay it out of your pocket or pad it into your shipping cost, do it. It's a little peace of mind, okay? I know you're probably saying, but it sounds like you're contradicting here because you're saying something about electronic signatures and people sign for it. I think if you sign up for the electronic signature, I think that's what it was all about. Okay, but definitely think about using a signature delivery confirmation, because first off, somebody has to sign for it. Okay, there should be no reason, and if you do use that service, the letter carrier should not leave the package on the porch. Okay, remember that. The package should not be left on the porch if you use a signature delivery confirmation. He knocks on the door and rings the doorbell, whatever, and nobody comes. He has to take that package and put it back in his truck. He brings it back. I think they make 2 attempts. I think it's 2 attempts, and then if nobody comes to claim it, whatever, or sign for it, then I think it goes back to the sender. I think that's the way it works. All right? Do yourself a peace of mind like that there when it comes to shipping stuff, especially in the holidays. You know what I mean? When near Christmas time, even before, because you hear stories like that there. That's why the Ring company that does the camera doorbell thing. That's why it's so popular. You ever see the videos there? How many people are coming on their porches and stealing packages? Well, trying to anyway. And then persons watch. Hey, put that package down. But that's another good little investment to get into. I think we got one for $100 and something. It wasn't that bad, and it's pretty easy to hook up, and you put it there, and whenever you get somebody comes to the door dropping a package, it goes off, it activates your phone. So it's a good thing to have too, or you look into it. But anyway, listen. Let's see one other thing here. Let's go with the last one here. Discuss alternative options with the buyer. If no resolution is reached after 3 business days, a seller can dispute the return request with eBay for up to 30 days after the purchase. Okay, sellers who choose no returns policy can still receive return requests though are under obligation to accept. eBay encourages generous return policies to provide better customer service and up to 25% more sales. Okay, and you got a hyperlink there. And for those who know what a hyperlink is, when you see the arrow turns into a hand, that is an active hyperlink, and that you would click and it'll hyperlink you to another page. It says the site also claims that 75% of the buyers check return policies before making a purchase. Good. I'm glad they do. And that's another thing I want to say really quick. I did a video about that a while back too. Buyers, in some cases, not all, do not read the descriptions all the way through. They don't. And I told a story like that once before. And just to share it really quick, I did sell an item. It was an item for parts not working. It was in the tagline. It was in the body of it, right? And a person ordered the item, right? I think it was a printer. It was a printer, and it was right there. I mean, it was right there. Even the item condition, I put, this item is being sold for parts not working. It was, I think, an Epson printer. It went to Brooklyn. I'm over here in New York, here in the Long Island area, whatever, in the suburbs. I could have drove it to the place, but I wouldn't do that, But anyway, let's say I mailed it out on a Thursday. I mail it on a Wednesday. The guy gets it on a Thursday. Friday, he's opening up a return. What's the reason? Item not as described. It's defective, not working. I was like, holy smokes, I can't believe this. It was right in the description. And the guy he sent it back like that. They opened the return thing. I fought it with eBay. I got my money for it and stuff like that because the buyer was at fault. They didn't read the description. You got to read, And I thought it was funny, folks. I really did. I mean, it's funny at that point when I think about it, but it was kind of like a little, it kind of like put me in a bad mood at that day because I said to myself, here I am, I go through the trouble putting in the tagline, the description, the title that is, and then in the item condition, and even in the body of the description, the whole thing that we were writing up to everything, and I put it in there, and I think I had it in red letters too. Item being sold for parts not working, and the person gets it, and they said, the item's effective, it's not working. Oh man, I tell you, folks, you're gonna probably come across things like that, but it's something you got to laugh at, really. At times you got to laugh at because it's not the first time and it ain't gonna be the last. But listen, let me let you guys go. If you want to read more into this, folks, check it out. Okay, here's some more stuff over here. The exception to rules. eBay's money back guarantee, accept the return request, provide the buyer. We just went through all of that, and then it goes on to say what else is new. What else is new with returns on eBay, increased automation, conditions, so on. But this is from 2018. But The ones I'm talking about, those three right there, the accept return, provide a full refund, and discuss the alternate options, whatever, those still apply today, okay? There are little changes. eBay did make some changes to protect the sellers as well, okay? You have to read that in the 2021 fall spring updates, whatever. I got so much stuff going on here. I don't know what I want to share with you guys infinite times. I mean, I could do I could do a video on that as well, just to keep you guys in the loop of what's going on with the new policies and changes. Maybe I could do that another time. But right now, for all argument's sake, I just wanted to put this out there. Again, if you want to check this out, it's I think I talked to you guys, well, for the subscribers who subscribe to my channel, who watched the video, Auction Nudge is really good. It's a pretty good site. I like them. They're the ones where you could add to your website. Let me show you real quick what I'm talking about. Let me go over here. If you ever want to check my website out, it's rjpasini.com, and it's got IntelliSense there. It always remembers it. Let's click it on, and then you'll get an idea what it looks like. My eBay. This is I call it my eBay channel. I put a hyperlink in here. This will bounce me right back to my eBay listings here. Well, actually, this is eBay reopened ready. That's the one there. But I put hyperlinks in here, like this one here is my YouTube channel. But if you look over here, where you're wondering what the hyperlinks are, on the featured products, you could see everything with Auction Nudge. It automatically uploads. It relists automatically. So every time something's sold, this will update. Now, and if you're wondering, can you still see all your items? I think I did a video, I don't know, maybe a few days back or whatever. I talked about Auction Nudge. You could see everything here. If you if you keep hitting the next button, you're going to see that things changing. People will be able to see all your listings. If you have 1,000 listings, I don't know if people are going to keep clicking the thing 1,000 times, but you can see this is all I have. I think I have a total of 116. A small volume seller, but I'm making it work. You guys seen the video yesterday, my mid-month sales for August. Not too bad. A little quiet today. It's a little quiet. But, yeah, this is what I got here. And it updates automatically. Okay? And the other thing is here, I didn't realize how many pages you got to click through it. Well, you got to understand, I only got 9 items per page. You can't put that many because that makes it so small. You'd be using a magnifying glass to look at it. And the other thing is, and these are all active hyperlinks, of course. So if you're wondering, you can sit there, buy it now. Once you click it on, it'll hyperlink you to eBay. Okay, this is another way of getting more sales too, by promoting your website. And what's nice about having a website, you could update things on the fly too. So if you ever want me to talk about creating a website, and I think I did a video on that as well, on the software I use to create my website and the hosting service I use. It's in one of those videos. I don't know which one it is, folks. I'm sorry. I really do apologize. If you do or are interested in it, reach out to me in the comment below and say, I'd like to see that video, and I'll have to go through and archive the video wherever it is. And I don't know when it was done. It was done, I think, sometime this month, I believe, or last month. All right. Yeah, and then the other thing is, what do you call it there? Feedbacks. It'll also, with Auction Nudge, it'll also embed your feedbacks, which does update automatically too. So, which is good to have, So I like it, And what else can I share with you guys? Well, to contact us, you could always, update that anytime. What's nice about having your own website, folks, just to sum it up in a nutshell, it's your website. You could put advertisements on there. You can incorporate videos. I had a video in here at the bottom. I took it off. I put this in here, like this here. Just basically information. And if you ever do create a website, you see where it says RJ Pasini copyright? Make sure you always keep up with the years. Seriously. I've been on websites where it said 2018, 2019. I'm not saying, you're probably saying, well, what's the big deal? Why is that? Well, when you to me, this is my personal take. When you have a website with an older copyright date on there, it shows me, I could be wrong, maybe just the creator of the website just didn't bother changing it up. It shows me when I see the copyright with an older date on it that the website's not creating, it hasn't been updated. Like nobody's really looked at it. They put information out there, but it's not really up to date per se, quote unquote. So I always make sure I always put the current year in there too, Now, people say, how often do you update your website? Not too often, I'll be honest with you. That's why I put the featured products in here. These are automatically updated, okay? They also have like these links that you could add in here on your website where if you want to have like what do you call that? I can't think of it there. They got a name for it there. Where it automatic, you can put like little news flashes on there and stuff like that. Those automatically update as well. Okay, and here's my About Us, my services, and social media page. This one here has active hyperlinks. If you click these on, again, remember with the arrow in the hand, you click this on, take you to YouTube, this take you to Facebook, and this take you to Twitter. Okay, if you don't have a website, if you're a newbie, you might want to have a website. Seriously, you could so much you can do with it, really. And you're getting the word out, and it's your website, and you can put what you want on there, and it's good to have. It's a good thing to have. All right, I am going to leave you with that. And again, I'm so happy that I got this here. I'm so happy to see this here, folks. You know, I just want to say one thing really quick in regards to closing the video out. You know, when it comes to creating videos, I found that in some cases when you do videos, it's either going to be a yay or an A. You're either going to get followers or you're going to get people to subscribe to your channel, unsubscribe. And I tell you the truth, folks, I thought when I did the other video, I didn't know what to expect. But when I turned on my computer this morning and I looked and I seen 999, I was like, whoa! First I had 996 on here, and then it was 997. It's like, and I looked today, and when you find out how many people subscribe when you click on an active website here, you know, an active video, you'll look over here and it'll show you. So they people that sub today was 4, and I tell you the truth, I just want to say again, thank you so much for making this possible. It really is. I thank you so much. And I hope I can maintain this and keep, have this channel grow even more. But thank you, really. I really do mean from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. And if there's anything I could do to like help you with information and stuff like that there, as I say in my videos, I don't have a book to sell you and I don't have a dream to sell you. All I could do is share free information with you guys and keep you in a loop of what's going on within eBay and the e-commerce world. So, and I also do the reselling news. I know a lot of you guys probably sitting there saying, wow, I haven't heard that reselling news in quite some time, and the Let's Talk eBay and stuff. But I've been really busy, folks. I mean, I'm trying to get everything done. I'm trying to put out a lot of information out there. I've been focusing a lot on this. And with the analytics, I got to say one thing. It seems to me, like looking at my analytics, I think a lot of people like these type of videos. I think more so than a reselling news. So I'm trying to balance things out. I'm working on things, and I want to create videos that are not too long either. So I'm working on it as well. This one might be a little longer than expected, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to try to keep them short. I promise. I'm going to try to keep them a lot shorter. Believe me. I'm working on that stuff. So, but again, I want to say again, thank you so much. And as I always say in my close of my videos, if you are thinking about selling on eBay or you are a seller on eBay, I am wishing you guys all the best in sales. Until next time, bye-bye for now.